888-909-1050. All right, Joyce, thank you for helping me with that.
You're welcome.
Now, should we move on down the line?
Yes, but you know what I have to do.
Yes, I know what you have to do.
I have to give a big shout out.
Do it.
To the beautiful Leanna. Darling, wait till you see what I have from Bev, a special gift from her to you. I told her how long you've been listening to the show and how much my darling son Mark, who is driving right now, I love you, honey. They've been listening to you for a long time, for years, and they were talking about Mom should go on that show. And this is when I was just bouncing, not having written a book. And look at that.
Bada bing, bada boom.
There you go.
I know it. Anything about a good person that gives back to the community and anything about food. Come on.
They love you. And,
well, thank
you make them laugh and you give them all kinds of good information, and they are your biggest fans. And I'm just thrilled to be sitting here beside you.
And I can't call them children, right?
Well, they're still my kids.
Okay.
Kids are kids.
All right, kids, listen, I'm going to tell you what. If you want to call in and say hello to Mom and Dad, the number is 888-909-1050. And please, before you call, get off the freeway.
That's right. Mark, pull over 888-909-1050.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
Okay, now, talking about food. I'm getting hungry. But real quick, let's start with the beginning of your story, sweetie. And for the people that didn't pick us up last week, they'll know who you is.
Who you is.
Don't you love this language? Who you is?
I fit what?
Between your accent.
Hey, I'm back in Brooklyn. What can I say?
Well, and this is lovely to be here. And a little more serious note, I got into writing this book because I had a son who's now up in heaven. He's doing great, but I lost him to the ravages of diabetes when he was 44. He got juvenile diabetes at 7. It was awful. You know, you can manage it and take care of it, but then it eventually catches up with you. And when he passed, I just knew that I had to do something to make a difference. He was a fabulous man. He was a pastor. He did a lot of good, planted a lot of seeds in his short life. But I knew that I had to do something to help spread the word of health and wellness, and what better way than through a great little book that gets down to the basics, tells you how the foods affect your body and how you can heal yourself with the foods that you eat.
And, you know, everybody needs that. They really do. And talking about the foods with the gluten-free, you know, I'm one of them, okay?
I know that. I'm sorry.
That's one of those
But you
things.
look wonderful. You look marvelous.
Thank you, darling.
You take good care.
I love friends that lie. But the thing is,
I don't lie.
Yeah, I know.
You're joking. So cute and no bigger than a minute, folks. For the ones that can't see, she's teeny, tiny.
Well, see, the thing about the minute, being from Brooklyn, I'm on a New
York minute.
There you go. But the thing is, once people realize all the different choices they have when they go to the market, when they go to restaurants, when they go to friends' house, barbecues, whatever, the in-laws, the outlaws. There are so many fantastic, lovely choices
there are
to choose from.
You don't have to be deprived. Maybe a little depraved here and there if you can't have the things that you want. But there are plenty of alternatives for people that have gluten intolerance. The one thing I do caution, people think, oh boy, it's gluten-free, it's low-calorie. No. So I go through this in the book. But the main thing is, people like you with a wonderful metabolism, the gluten-free products are really good. The best way to eat, though, is keep it as close to natural as possible.
Thank you.
And then you're going to be on an even keel and keep your body working at its optimal level. And that's the whole goal. You want to be strong, you want to be healthy, and just take good care of yourself.
Yes, and then talking about that, when we were in the back at the round table, and yes, Joey, we were talking about food.
And it is a round table.
Yes, it really is, boy. When we say we're at the round table, we is at a round table. I love that table. I really do. Well, Joyce, real quick. Joey, you're going to love this for Sunday morning because you can make this and bring it into the station with you, darling. You can make it the night before and bring it in.
That sounds like work.
Yeah. It's simple. Okay, Joyce, let's tell them about that good omelet with the turkey sausage. I can't
Really
not wait
good.
to try this one.
Now, I have to fix breakfast sometimes for a lot of people where I work at the studio, and I have to do something that's quick and easy but really tasty, and I do not like to put gluten in any of my food. So I do a turkey sausage, and you can make your own, you can either get the sausage in the casing and squeeze it out and use it that way. But if you take ground turkey and add the seasonings like sage and different things that are in the turkey seasoning, you can look it up online. It's really easy. You make your little turkey sausage patties. Then I found a wonderful thing. Pico de gallo is tomatoes, celery, a little bit of jalapeno, and it's not spicy because I don't like really heavy spice foods. Some cilantro. I put a little bit of coconut oil in the pan and I saute that quickly. And I have two different alternatives. Want to do the spinach first?
Yeah.
First?
Let's do this. I love fresh spinach. There's
Right.
so many things you can do for that.
It is. It's
Oh,
good.
it's
Well, you
fabulous.
saute up the tomatoes, the pico de gallo, and then you get really good eggs. And I like to add egg whites to the eggs. And I have a favorite brand of eggs because they have a lot of extra omega-3 in it. But I whisk that up. I put a little bit of water to give it a little more fluffiness.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that I use my son's seasoning. What does this say? It says beef, right?
Oh, I know that. I got one of
Yeah.
these. Oh, it's good,
It
boys
is.
and girls. It is good. And you heard it here first. Try this. You're going to say thank you.
But it's not just for beef. In my scrambled eggs, I put a little bit of lemon pepper. And I put this beef, it's called beef rub, but it's got a southwestern flavor, and it's got celery seed, cumin, black pepper, and some other secret ingredients. And I whisk that into the eggs, and I've put the eggs into the skillet, and I use an electric skillet. And then after the eggs have started to set, I take the baby spinach and I lay it on top, and I just gently let it wilt and fold it over. It takes less than 10 minutes to cook something like that. And then for a little extra dash of color, I'll throw in some cherry tomatoes on the top to make it look pretty. I like to make things look pretty. You eat with your eyes
with
first.
your eyes, right. And the thing
I
is...
feel like this should be on TV. Like we should be watching her do this.
I know. I was just
I have
thinking about that.
cooking videos.
We got to do. We got to do that.
Bring it in next time.
Yes, we have to come in. We got enough electricity here, and I don't think the smoke alarms or anything will go off. We got to do that next time.
I would love to.
Yeah, and we'll have Gail from Anna's in here, and we'll use all the new fancy
we'll set a
and
pretty
colors.
table.
Yes, there you go. And we'll come in our jammies because there'll be breakfast.
I need visuals because I'm stuck on the boiling water part.
Oh, you and Richard, huh? Rich is another guy that works with us here, and he does all the camera work and the videos and stuff. And God bless them, they try. I mean, they try. And
You're
I told
very
him,
fortunate.
I told him, I says, what I'm going to get him next year for Christmas and Hanukkah and Easter and Thanksgiving and every holiday,
Passover,
whatever you want to call, I'm going to send these two boys to a cooking school.
Ooh, how
Yes.
nice.
And you know who's going to teach them? Alan Borgen from Let's Dine Out.
I love him. I
Yes,
love him.
That's what we're going to do. And then talking about this real quick, if you just tuned in, you're listening to Let's Go Shopping with Bev right here on KCAA 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind. And we're in lovely San Badoo. And we are talking to Joyce Goodman right now. Oh, yeah. And her new book is Gluten-Free for Me. You darn tootin' it is. And 21 tasty recipes. So listen up. Listen up, boys and girls. There's a lot of good stuff. And then also for the California Theater, if you want to get some free tickets for...
Les Miserables.
Thank you. Call in 888-909-1050. Talk to Joe, our board up, and bada bing, bada boom, you won a couple of tickets.
Is that the proper way to say that? I've heard people say Les Mis. Or is that just
That's
them being
Les
lazy?
Mis is the most popular one, but the actual is Les Miserables.
So that's the hipsters being cool. Okay, gotcha.
Yes, I love when somebody can pronounce it correctly. Hey, I'm a Jewish Italian from Brooklyn. I'm lucky I can speak English, let alone French or anything else,
So
right?
it's not Les Miserables?
No.
It's marbles. What about marbles?
There you go.
No wonder they couldn't find it at the
marbles.
video store.
Yeah, there you go. Go in. Hey, do you have a movie about the marbles? And it's really cool. And Joyce, before we go on, I do want to show them. Yes, I got a lovely book, and this is what it looks like, boys and girls. I hope you can see this. I don't know.
There it is.
There it is. Okay. And you can go to Amazon and
That's right.
look it up. And it is $2.99 per book. But, Joyce, do tell them about the big surprise.
Okay,
What's going to happen
First
next
of all,
week?
The hard copy is not on Amazon. On Amazon, you will get a Kindle version or a version for any app that you have, and it's $2.99 on Amazon.com. But it is National Nutrition Month. And in honor of that, on March 21st, for one day only, the book will be free. The book is going to be free. So it's is gluten-free for me. And it's on Amazon.com, and on March 21st it's free. But I would say get your book now, then you can recommend it to all your friends or give it to them as a gift. Now, there is a little subtitle. It's not only 21 tasty recipes, but it's tips for gluten-free and diabetic diets. There's so much more information in here than just some really good recipes. There are 2 chapters that are devoted to how to decide if you are gluten intolerant, what you should be looking for when you're choosing the foods you eat. And I have a foreword written by the wonderful Lad McNamara, and he goes into so much detail. So this is like a little textbook. You're going to learn a lot. There's a little humor in there. My husband helped me edit the book, and he was chuckling a lot, so I like that. I'm a very down-homesy type person, and I talk like I'm sitting next to you.
Are you sitting next to me? Oh, yeah, you are.
I am.
Yeah, and I was looking through this when she gave me the copy last week, and I started looking through it. How many people out there like tuna?
I would be one.
Okay. Now, when I'm talking about tuna, I'm not talking about the tuna in the can that's been sitting there for 1,000 years, right? Now, tuna is a little expensive right now. It's, that time of year. But splurge. Maybe for a lovely Sunday brunch, a special outing. Because, once it's cooked, it can be transported just as long as it stays a little chilly. There, on page 17, she has one heck of a recipe for a tuna salad. What I like about this is you can kind of like mix and match it. There's a certain thing you can't have. You can substitute for another, this and that. Like some people that write cookbooks, and if you take one thing out, they have a nervous breakdown. Right? But sometimes you got, everybody's different, and their tummies are different, so you got, and then the age of the children or whatever. You got to play around with it. Use your imagination. But right now, we're almost into springtime.
That's right.
One of the best times for food, when you think about it, because all the fruit and vegetables are fresh, all the herbs are fresh, everything's coming to life, and they're singing, and, everybody gets happy, right?
I love you.
Thank you. So get one of the cookbooks, and either go to Amazon now and, pick it up for $2.99 or wait until the 21st of March and get it free. Whatever you need to do, I highly recommend this book. And everybody that knows me now, and I think the whole nation, because we're always talking about this. Yeah, I'm one of the persons, unfortunately, that have to deal with this gluten-free stuff. You know what? And it's not that bad. It really isn't. There's a couple of little changes here and there.
Right.
So like when they said I couldn't have cheesecake, I said, shoot me now, right? So what I found out is when I talked to my doc, she said, once in a great while.
Exactly.
As a treat, like for a holiday or something. You can eat it, but don't eat the crust. Okay? Then I found, and Trader Joe's, I love Trader Joe's and Vons, they have goat cheese.
Yes.
Goat cheese is the best. Oh, lordy, 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 lord. You want to taste cheese? I mean, real cheese? Get the goat cheese. You know what? You can use that to make your cheesecake.
You can. Well, not only that. Now, I have a recipe in the book. Oh, your hands are so nice. We just touched hands.
Thank you.
Her hands are warm. Mine are cold.
Oh, what can I say? I'm Italian.
I have a recipe towards the end of the book, and it's crepes, and it's Hungarian would be palatita. But I put a mascarpone and cottage cheese in it, but you could substitute whatever a non-dairy cheese. They have so many alternatives that you can do. And my recipes really are mix and match. And I'm going to make you a crepe sometime and bring it because I think you would love it.
I think that would be fabulous.
It's back this way a little bit. But